welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. On today's program, we will get all the details about this year's virtual Lunar New Year celebration here in Quincy from the folks at Quincy Asian Resources. First, though, as always, we do check out the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it is the calm before the storm today. Cloudy, rather mild, too. Temperatures will climb into the mid-30s. Might have a few flurries around this afternoon, not associated with tomorrow's big storm. That really ramps up tonight after midnight when the storm begins with the wind and blowing snow. Lows tonight in lower 20s. It is just full out storm tomorrow with blowing snow, whiteout conditions, and potential blizzard conditions at times. The total accumulations from this storm by tomorrow night anywhere from 18 to 24, perhaps even higher than that in some isolated areas. This is potential for a top 10 storm here in the Boston area over the past 100 years. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid-20s. Frigid night tomorrow night down to about 11 degrees or so. We'll start the cleanup on Sunday. Storm will exit late Saturday night and lead to a sunny day on Sunday. Chilly though, and still kind of breezy with highs Sunday in the mid-20s and a little milder on Monday. Sun and clouds, highs Monday into the mid-30s. Could see 50 degrees later next week. Right now, just cloudy, 33 degrees here in Quincy. In the news today, a snow emergency does go into effect in Quincy today at 4 p.m. Now, the snow emergency means parking is banned on the posted main roadways. It's allowed on the odd numbered side of side streets only. Free parking will be available in that new parking garage at Kilroy Square in Quincy Center starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon right through 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. And the city's snow hotline will be available at 617-376-1927. Also, any non-life-threatening emergencies can be reported to the Emergency Operations Center, 617-376-1470. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch said the more people cooperate with the parking regulations, the easier the storm will be for everyone.
It's a very serious storm. I don't get in the game of exaggerating or hyperbole. This is real. Yep. We are prepared, but the public has to help us. We need to make sure that every road is accessible for fire trucks, ambulance, and police cars. Of course, for people to navigate as well when the storm is over. But we can't do that if there's cars parked on both sides of the street. And, there's only so much room we can for tow as well. So yeah. We'll be towing. We're getting people the warning tonight. Snow emergency is going in tonight. We're letting everybody know by every means possible, every platform that we can use on the social media side. Even talk to your neighbors. Stack the cars on the driveways. Get them off the street.
Mayor said he's not overly concerned about coastal flooding with this particular storm. However, he says if the city does get 30 inches of snow, as some have predicted, there likely won't be school on Monday. Quincy City Council once again asking Mayor Thomas Koch to approve a new Department of Social Justice and Equity. The council approved a resolution earlier this week calling on the mayor to provide $75,000 in funding for that new department. Ward 6 City Councilor Bill Harris said the new department is about responding to concerns that were raised by residents 2 years ago.
I hope that he would rethink his thought process on this. My silence, I apologize for that to the folks out there that are hoping that this would take place and happen. Maybe if I spoke up, I don't know. But I'm speaking up tonight. It's about the people. People make a great city, not restaurants, not buildings, not apartments, not beautiful parks. It's about the people. And this what's in front of us is about the people.
City Council passed a similar resolution last year, but the mayor did not fund it. And this week, he said he still doesn't feel there is a need for the department. The mayor did say he's still waiting for a report from a special commission he established to review that matter, chaired by Ward 3 City Councilor Ian Kane. The Quincy Veteran Services Department will be led by a woman for the very first time. Mayor Thomas Koch has appointed Christine Cugini to succeed George Nicholson, who retired recently after 8 years in that post. Cugini is a Navy combat veteran, having served aboard the USS Yellowstone during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Cugini has volunteered in the Veterans Department. She brought Wreaths to America to Quincy to ensure that a wreath is placed on every veteran's grave during the holidays. Cugini has also worked in administration at a number of Boston hospitals and became chairwoman of the Military Veterans Partners, an employee resource group with more than 200 members. Cugini earned her state certification as a Veterans Services Officer just last year. She's lived in Quincy for more than 25 years and raised 3 children in the city. A Braintree man has been charged with robbing a 65-year-old man in Wollaston yesterday morning. 34-year-old Jamal Elam has been charged with knocking that man down on Grandview Avenue at Lincoln Avenue at about 8:30 yesterday morning and stealing $3 and a silver money clip from the victim, then fleeing. The victim was treated for a cut above his eye. Elam was arrested several hours later on Beale Street near Old Colony Avenue after police spotted him based on a description from the victim. Police say Elam was asking for some money outside of the CVS on Beale Street earlier that day. He was also captured on surveillance video inside that store. Now faces a charge of unarmed robbery. Well, a fundraiser that was scheduled for tomorrow for a young Quincy woman who's battling a rare blood disorder has been postponed because of the storm. The Bigger Than Basketball fundraiser at Quincy High School has been rescheduled for next Saturday, February the 5th. It will be to support 18-year-old Priscilla Bonica as she seeks a bone marrow transplant for her condition known as HLH. It's a form of brain cancer. Bonica was last year's senior captain of the high school team, so this year's team is rallying to help support her and her family. In addition to the games next Saturday, there'll be music, T-shirts, and refreshments. Coming up, representatives from Quincy Asian Resources will be joining us to talk about the virtual Lunar New Year celebration. That's next.
Hey, Joe, how are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yes, thank you very much. Good to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Same here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's our pleasure. Tell me a little bit, first of all, about the decision, first of all, to postpone Lunar New Year and then to go virtual.
We actually have been planning the Lunar New Year since last November. We were actually thinking and, in the action to do the in-person on February 6th, which is a Sunday. And unfortunately, when we saw the Omicron number, kept increasing, the planning committee, our team, and our supporters, we decided to move it to virtual. And then we also decided to giving out the Lunar New Year bags to the elders, to the residents, to the youth and family in Quincy instead. So that's is a very difficult decision because we know that all of us have been shelter in place or been staying inside, and a lot of activities have been canceled due to the COVID for the last 2 years. So we're so looking forward to it. So unfortunately, we have to do the right thing. So.
Yeah, is your office open to the public? Are Quincy Asian Resources, are you able to do in-person activities?
We are. It's appointments, so people can make appointment to see our specialists to help in terms of different community services. And right now for adult education is still virtual on Zoom. We have the Tai Chi in person with social distance and face masks. And we're still doing the food pantry support at the Germantown Neighborhood Center. And then also with the partnership with City of Quincy and Quincy Public Housing, We also go to three public housing location every week to provide support to the elders, especially for the services they usually will come to our centers. So,
What types of things are you not able to do right now, Philip, that you hope to start up once the pandemic gets a little bit more under control?
Joe, meeting you in person. That's
Yes, I look forward to that as well. Sure.
I think, for lots of us, we know that, lots of us got the vaccination, and there's a majority of people got the vaccination, um, and there's a lot of things that, haven't been back to normal. I think we were trying to back to normal last year, but it just got another wave. So technology definitely helped in terms of, bridging the gap, but definitely that in-person high touch, and there's certain nuances that, the in-person meeting, especially for a lot of elders, in-person really provide that sense of security, and being there, it's more echo to them. But they're adjusting it. They have adjusted. So for the last 2 years since we started, when the pandemic first started, we were so worried about with all the barriers that the elders will be the most impacted, not being able to adapt to technology. But we have seen that not necessarily the truth. They're very resilient. They learn something new, and we've been doing our survival English for the elders for the last 2 years. So.
I know at kind of the height of the pandemic, you were able to take lots of folks to their vaccinations. Are you doing that now with the boosters?
Yes. So right now, our focus is helping people for the scheduling the booster, and then also we working on the what we call hesitancy group to really help educate and promote the importance of vaccination. But at the beginning, when the vaccination first started, we did partner with the state and CDC and Red Sox to bring the elders and people in need to the family park to get the vaccination. So it was last year. I think that was around the same time in January. It's just crazy time. Like with the pandemic, you really you lost a sense of time right now. So.
It's true. It does seem like time stands still sometimes. But I do know that Rocky Chan from Quarry was able to present to the Quincy School Committee last week, I believe, regarding your English language learning program.
Yes. So we are very proud of City of Quincy, with all the student and families at the Quincy Public Schools, with all the teachers. I think one thing that we cannot forget is all the teachers. They've been working so hard. It's not easy to do virtual for teaching so many students, and trust me, I'm sure they work double, right? So, and the school community and the administration office, and then with Corey, the team being also working so hard to making sure that the students and parents have all access, have all support. Mental behavioral health is also something that is very important to us, very dearly. So we've been working with the guidance council, with the leadership team from Quincy Public School to provide more access, to provide more activities that the youth can enjoy, especially for the summer. Last summer, when the number went tremendously, to a very trivial. We brought the youth back out. We call something called Laughing Out Loud, LOL, is to bring the youth outside, just back to the normal, doing different activities, and also voicing their feelings and their perspective and stuff like that.
Philip, I know that you're also reaching out in surrounding communities. Randolph, I know you're working in as well. You've got your new location in North Quincy now. How are those activities going?
The Randolph one was extremely successful. We're so happy that we got the support from DCR and also from the Baker administration. It's a called Summer Night Out program. So we partnered with the town of Randolph and their intergenerational community center. It's called RICC. We provide three late afternoon and evening summer programs, including basketball, arts, field trips, and then pizza night. I think every Friday night was pizza night. So we have over 100 people attended every night. So it was like 8 weeks long program. It's like 2 months. So it was a great turnout, and it was a great opportunity also introducing different pathways for the students and for the family as well.
Can we talk about Lunar New Year? It is the year of the tiger this year. It's the 34th annual celebration here in the city of Quincy. It is coming up on February the 20th. It is a virtual celebration. So what's going to be happening, Philip?
First of all, I want to thank you and your team and QATV. You guys just been so flexible and supportive, because when we decide to go to virtual, and you guys, when we reached out, is the first thing you guys said yes about supporting and broadcasting and helping us to do the whole recording. Yes, we moved the festival to the 20th. It will be including all the different messages from Mayor Cook, from the legislators, including Congressman Lynch, and then our sponsors. And then we will also show the clip about all the youth volunteers and adult volunteers helping to assembly the packaging for all these gift bags that we're giving out. Yeah, so all the packaging assembly line here to show that all the work that we're doing. The gift bags that we're giving out is to as a kind of like a symbol of reminder to our residents and clients, people in the community, that we think of them, and then also is a continuum about celebration of the cultural festival. So we're very looking forward to it. So
now, will you have the traditional entertainment that you normally would have at a Lunar New Year celebration? How's that going to work?
I know we usually have the lion dragon dance, and then with all the different performance. Unfortunately, we're not going to do it in person. There's no in-person performance, but we definitely will have some of the recorded performance at the broadcasting on the 20th.
Okay, so what time, Philip, does the event begin, and how long does it run, and how do folks participate in it?
Yes, so people can go to QARIUSA.org or QARIMA.org, and on the landing page they will have direct access to watch the live on the 20th, and also tune into QATV at noon on Sunday, February 20th.
And the good thing is, if we have another snowstorm on that day, it really won't matter, right? Because it's virtual.
Joe, come on, don't jinx it. We have one tomorrow or later tonight. Are you guys ready for that?
Yes, we're all set. We've got potato chips and coffee. We're good. We're good to go.
I mean, one thing that when storms like that, first thing to remind me is, all the people working for the city and getting ready to help support, making sure that, all the residents are safe and sound and stuff like that. So kudos to everyone working and supporting our constituents tonight and tomorrow, and be safe. It's going to be a tough one.
Well, it occurs to me too that if there is a language barrier, particularly during a storm like this or other major event, translation services would be crucial to inform folks about the emergency and how they can get through it. Okay.
Yeah, language access is something that the city, Corey, and different organization and partners working really hard to making sure that all immigrants will have, the language access to get the right information, get the right resources and services they need. But at the same time, if there's anything that you see you need and you want to find support, feel free to go to our website, give us a call. Again, our website is QARIUSA.org or QARIMA.org.
Okay, or QuincyAsianResources.org works as well. 472-2200, I know, is your phone number. So, Philip, for Year of the Tiger, tell me, what are some of the characteristics of people born in the Year of the Tiger?
It will be combine you and me, the personalities. Fierce, relentless, and power, a symbol of power. And also it's a balance. So I think the year tiger will be after, rats is the number one, ox, and then tiger is the third one. And next year will be the rabbits.
Okay, and what year are we coming out of? What was 2021?
Is the ox.
The year of the ox. All right. What is happening in the Asian continent, in China, for Lunar New Year this year? What are you hearing about happening there?
Yeah, I think China and also my hometown, Hong Kong, there will be shelter in place. I think in Hong Kong right now, talking to my folks, the Omicron number kept increasing tremendously. So I think there will be a lot of shelter in place. And traditionally, when I was kid, we would do a lot of celebration. It's kind of like I would say kind of like a Thanksgiving style, if I have to put it in that way. Is going to visit your relatives, your grandparents, have a lot of food, gathering, celebration. Again, red pockets with, money there. So all you can eat, those type of stuff. But for this year, with the COVID, they have to be toned it down. So.
Sure. Well, maybe you can encourage folks during the virtual celebration on the 20th to have a feast in their own homes too.
Portion control. So as you can tell me, right? So portion control again for the last year. I personally become a vegan. Plant-based, and so one thing that I have seen, and also from the culture that I came from, portion control, low sodium, and have a balance. Don't over consume, because health is important, and especially with the COVID, your foundation of health, being healthy, is critical. So, but of course, you can have a cheat day on the New Year Day. Not saying that you can have a cheat day, but that also, for myself personally speaking, have changed my life. So I'm very proud of it. So.
Very good. Well, one time we want to again remind folks, it's the virtual Lunar New Year celebration, 34th annual, February the 20th at noontime, and either through your website or right here on QATV as well. Folks can enjoy it. Anything else you'd like to let folks know about right now, Philip?
I wish everyone happy Lunar New Year. Have a great, prosperous year, and be safe. And feel free to call us if you guys have any questions and any need, anytime.
All right, appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today, and to wish you a very Gong Hei Fo Choi, Happy New Year to you and your staff and your family as well.
Hey, you're doing good, Joe. That's really good. That's spot on. Gong Hei Fo Choi. Wish everyone a Happy New Year.
All right, Philip. Thanks again. Be safe and watch out in the snow.
Thank you.
Speaking of, we have just enough time to recap the forecast for you. For the rest of the day today, it is preparation day today. A lot of clouds and pretty mild temperatures into the upper 30s this afternoon, maybe a passing flurry or two, nothing more than that. The snow really doesn't start till after midnight, but it comes in a big way tomorrow with blizzard conditions at times, a potential for some coastal flooding at the times of high tide as well. Right now, the prediction, anywhere from 18 to 24 plus inches of snow by the time it all wraps up late tomorrow night. Lots of sunshine on Sunday for the cleanup, and a little milder on Monday with sun and clouds, highs Monday in the mid-30s. Thanks again going out to Philip Chong from Quincy Asian Resources for joining us today. Really want to thank our crew as well, and thank you for watching. Monday here on the program, Quincy Chamber of Commerce President Tim Cahill. Don't forget, visit our website anytime, qatv.org. You'll find all our latest programs there, news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and right now a lot of storm information too. For all of us here at Quincy Access Television, I'm Joe Catalano. Stay safe.